Hey guys, it's Kimmy Say, and it's time for the weekly vlog. I just want to give you a heads up and have some fun with you today, tell you some stories, and just see how your week's been going. Hopefully your week has been going great. My week has been going quite well. It's been a pretty solid week. Had a really good time in school. I hope if you are in school, I hope you're having a good time with your classes. If you are at work, I hope your week went about as good as it can go. Some days you're going to have great days, some days you're going to have bad days, but that's just life, right? Well, anyway, so let's give you an update on the channel. So in the fire walkthrough, and I'm just going to call it the fire walkthrough, Firestorm, because we're not sure exactly where it's going to go. See, part of the challenge that we've had right now in the fire walkthrough is that when you get to the third arc, KingsIsle basically abandons any type of dual school gear. So getting gear with two types of stats that makes you competitive enough to be able to work through the worlds just absolutely disappears. It is not available to you guys. So that means the options for running a dual school wizard in the third arc, especially when you get to Mirage, because you can do Polaris pretty well without it, but when you get to Mirage, some of the fights and the cheats get pretty challenging. So what I've done is I'm going straight fire right now to go ahead and get through those, and then we're going to start looking at dual school gear again when we get into the fourth arc, Caramel and beyond. And I believe Caramel has some different gear that you can craft that'll give you options for two schools. And I know once you get to Lemuria, you start seeing the pin options pop in. Well, actually, dual school in Lemuria, then pins in Novus, and then yeah, exactly. Okay, so you get to customize. And that's what the pins are great for, is customizing your own dual school gear. So we'll be looking at that as we move on, but I just want to give you a heads up on the Fire/Storm walkthrough. That's not going to be as much storm as what I've been trying to do for most of the adventure. So there you go, guys. Just want to remind you, I'm still doing Monday night streams. We're going to be doing some more side school questing. Come on in, have some fun. Let's knock out some of those terrible side school quests that are kind of side quests. Right now we're working through Wallaroo, and we're getting ready to go to the Nightmare Dungeon. So hopefully we'll find some people to grind the Nightmare Dungeon with us. I'd love to have you guys out for that. So there you go. Should be streaming some Pyro 101 this week. Haven't done it for a couple weeks just because school's kept me out of the loop and everything with what I've been having to do on Wednesday nights. But the plan is to be back. Minecraft. Okay, guys, so I'm not having success finding time to play Minecraft as much as I want, but I am getting back to Ravenwood. So we've been working a lot in the town recently, but I've got the big Ravenwood mega base that I got started a few months back and have kind of like put it off to the side for a little bit, but for the next several episodes we'll be working back on getting that going. I've got a tree to finish building. I've got some schools to finish building. We've got a lot of work to do. So that's kind of what to expect on the Minecraft series going forward. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it, and I'll be able to get some more time to do some grind. You know how that works. Grinding. It's all about grinding in Minecraft. Okay, so this week, I've been thinking about, some other great stories I can share. And there's always a ton of awesome stories to pull back in. And I was thinking about one in particular. It's all about helping family out. So this story is really kind of fun because, I grew up with a brother. He's a couple years younger than me. And I'll tell you what, he is so much fun. We hang out together. We do things together. He's followed me, I followed him, so we always kind of end up living not too far away from each other and always looking for things to do. Well, we kind of have this thing going. We live close enough to each other. If we ever need help, we give each other a call. So especially when I moved back to where we live here, which is where he's been for the last 20 or so years, from time to time he gives us a call and he says, "Hey, Kim, can you come give me a hand?" So I remember a few years ago, he said he had all this brush in this backyard. He said, "Hey, you want to help move some brush? It'll probably take about an hour." I go, "Yeah, it won't be no problem. I'll come give you a hand with some brush." And he goes, "Yeah, okay, because I've got my other friend, Manny, and he's going to give us a hand too." Okay, so it's no problem. So me and Manny, we get together with my brother one Saturday morning, and we have a big trailer, and we start loading this trailer up with all this brush from his rental property. Okay, well, 6 hours later, we finally get all the brush moved. We made probably about 5 or 6 different trips, and from then on it was always a joke. And so then my brother would ask us to do something, and it was always a joke that it would always go to take 3 or 4 hours longer, and be a much bigger ordeal than what he sold us on. Like that was supposed to be an hour. It was a 6-hour job. He was going to go pick up some flooring up out of town, and so he grabbed Manny for that. That turned in from a 2-hour drive, pick it up and come back, to an 8-hour. Had to get another car. The trailer couldn't hold everything, so type of situation. So it's always been one of those things. And so the big joke is when he starts asking us, it's like, okay, so how much of my day do I need to block off? Because I'm surely it's not going to be just an hour. It's probably going to be 4 hours, probably going to be 6 hours. So always beware. There's always that one person in the family that does that. And I remember, like Manny, he's a friend of mine too. And I said, hey, Manny, you want to help me go get a refrigerator? And he goes, how long is it going to take? Oh, it'll probably take about half hour there, 20 minutes to get it, half hour back. He goes, oh, are you sure? I mean, I'm not doing anything, so I got the time. Oh, no, that's all it is. I'm not my brother. If I plan something for 2 hours, it's 2 hours. And yeah, guess what? It was 2 hours. And so that's a big joke. If my brother asks us to do something, get ready. It is going to take forever. And it's going to take longer. And, but you know what? He's always there for us too. So very, very good. No, interesting stories, but we all have them about family. And my brother, he's awesome. Always there to help us out. But boy, when he asks for help, always expect it to take a little bit or a lot longer than what he happens to say. Okay, guys, so question and answers. Do I have any question and answers? Well, I did get one question. What do you like that's sweet? What's your favorite dessert? Well, I do have a favorite type of dessert, and it is fruit pies. 2 pies in particular. I really, really like a good blueberry pie, because blueberries, oh my goodness, a blueberry pie, it's sweet, has a little tang to it, especially if you make it right. You put a little lemon juice in there to make your compote and everything. And then with a fresh made crust, my wife does a fresh made crust, so it's really awesome. It's like one of the best pies ever. It can stain, so you gotta be careful. Blueberries, yeah, they will stain. But boy, one of the best pies ever. And why do I say fruit pies in general? Well, the next best pie that I like, besides blueberry, is an apple cinnamon pie with raisins. So fresh apples, and there's a lot of different types of apples. Some people like the tart apples. Some people like the apples that bring a lot of sweet. Some people like the ones that will hold their shape more in the pie, so they don't get super mushy. But I'm good with almost any apple in a pie, but with some raisins and some cinnamon and any type of those fall spice mixes, oh, absolutely incredible. So yeah, when I want something sweet, my absolute favorite is a fruit pie. Now, I do have a backup. Ice cream. What is my favorite ice cream? Well, it's changed over the years. I would used to say, my favorite ice creams are things like strawberry or any type of fruit type of ice cream. But I'll be honest with you, I don't even know where it's come from. But I really, really enjoy good chocolatey, fudgy ice cream. In fact, we have this store chain here in Texas called H-E-B, and they have a in-house ice cream called Swoon, and it is so good. It's thick, it's creamy, and they put the biggest chunks of stuff in that ice cream, like there's this one that I like. It's called Triple Chocolate. It has chocolate cookies and chocolate brownie pieces all mixed through this really thick, luxurious ice cream. It is so good. I mean, I'll tell you what, I could like, well, I eat too much of it, but that's the ice cream I've really gotten into. Another type of ice cream besides like the triple chocolate with the chunks is a good vanilla, but with the chocolate cookies in it as well, such as they make another one, and the name they call it is Swoon. They make another one that's a triple cookie, and so you have like Oreo style cookies in there. You've got the swirl of chocolate and vanilla ice cream in there, as well as hot fudge and brownie pieces. Oh my goodness, it should be illegal to make such fantastic ice creams. And so there we go. That was my question of the week. What type of sweet stuff do you like? Well, you know what? I do have some ice cream, and believe it or not, it's chocolate and not fruit. I hope you guys have a great